How many times did you, over the last 18 months to a year, hear from the Washington Post or any other mainstream source that mail-in voting was safe, that there was no fraud, that mail-in voting itself was secure, and that fraud was not something that you would see being widespread in regards to mail-in voting? That if you enabled mail-in voting across the board, for any particular board, big or small, that it would be fine. The Washington Post said this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and yet the owner of the Washington Post, the other company he owns is Amazon, Jeff Bezos. He says, hey, this vote that you guys have coming up on unionizing in Alabama, I don't want you to be able to vote by mail. I think you need to either show up or it's not going to work. Because mail-in, it's not valid. It's not fair. Wait, what? Hang on. Jeff Bezos and Amazon do not want their workers voting by mail. Why? He says mail-in voting wouldn't be valid or fair. This is absolute insanity, right? So he uses his platform with the Washington Post to over and over again tell you that no, we have no issue with mail-in voting. The mail-in voting is secure, it's good, it is fair, it is actually more fair than making people show up in person. No, Amazon actually says the opposite. It's not valid, it's not fair. The only way to ensure that it would be is to make sure that the union vote is taken in person, that they can identify every single person by their employee badge. Really? It sounds like voter ID, right? No. From the Bloomberg Trusted, right? It says Amazon says its proposal for a manual vote would be, quote, fully minimized any risk, would have fully minimized any risk of transmission of the COVID-19 virus. The NLRB's decision that mail-only balloting was the safest approach was, quote, based on speculation and conjecture, and without ever balancing the purported risk of virus spread against the public policy that strongly favors allowing employees to vote in person. What? The risk of virus spread against the public policy that strongly favors allowing employees to... So they're saying that the risk of spreading the virus simply doesn't outweigh their wish to have people vote in person. Kind of like how everyone said that in the 2020 election. Kind of like how we all said, don't do mail-in balloting, and you went ahead and did it anyways in the swing states that you needed in order to swing the election. We know. But you're saying it now. Now you're saying it. The world's largest online retailer said that the mail election raised the risk of fraud and the coercion of workers. No shit. Interesting. It also says that the process would depress the turnout, arguing that as many as 29% of its more than 5,800 employees eligible to vote wouldn't do so or would return incorrectly incomplete ballots. Okay. You're saying if you ask people to mail them in, they may be adjudicated and they may not be counted correctly. Okay, so you're saying that you believe you have to have people show up in person in order to have a valid election? Can we get a copy of this to the military, please? Preferably before March. Because I'd like to believe that there's still some time left here. Not time in the game for the 2020 election to go for Trump. That's not what I'm saying. But if the military decided, hey, this election does need to have an audit. We're going to seize all of these things. Especially with the recent Biden saying, I don't know what I'm signing, and then he goes ahead and signs it anyways. The military should see that and go, something, right? There's got to be something there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like this video, share it anywhere you can. I don't care where you're going to drop the link, but you got to drop it somewhere, please. And then in the description, you should see all of the different links for where you can go and subscribe and follow. And I please beg you to do that, because it has never been more fun to log into these accounts every morning and see the giant growth, hundreds of percent. If I went over to, here, I'll do it. I'll show you right now. If I go over to, I was watching Patton earlier. I'll go over to the, hang on, gotta find it, pull it up. I want to show you my dashboard. Look at the subscriber count, up 1,227 subs on YouTube alone. If I go over to Odyssey, I just got it up and running. There's like 10 people there. Rumble, I think I've got, maybe that's even higher now. Let's see. Maybe close to 500 on Rumble, not terrible. On BitChute, almost at 500, almost at 400 rather. So that was why I wanted to show you that. I'm excited. I'm excited to see these numbers right here. Almost 500% increase in views. Over 500% increase in watch time. That's because of you guys. That's because we're doing everything that we can do. After we like the video, we're sharing the videos, we're subscribed to the channel on all the platforms, and then we're boosting the signal in every other way we can think, because we have to together keep America afloat.